your little thing with Ed Montgomery, where was that?
It was over in Burkesville. So they put on a big, it's a battle of the bands. It started with 13 bands. They narrowed it down to 5. We made it in that top 5. And then we played on a Friday night in front of, there's probably 1,000, 1,200 people. And we won that battle of the bands on Friday. Opened for Eddie Montgomery on Saturday in front of about 5,000. It was awesome. That was awesome. Great. It was great.
Awesome. Well, let's get going here, and we're going. I told him just straight up. I said, "You're going to work today, Shane."
That's all right.
I've got some folks out there that'd like to hear you sing. Let's go for it.
That's it. Yeah, this song's called "Take You There." I mentioned that EP that we're in the process of recording right now. It will be on it, and so look for it first of next year. But it's called "Take You There." Sun-faded green 97 GMC, a brown-haired beauty with me in the bench seat. Got a dog in the back, ears blowing in the breeze. We had nowhere to go and no place to be. So we were making memories in an old pickup truck, driving fast, wasting gas, riding around and getting stuck. We were old enough to know better, but we were too young to care. So tell me where you wanna go, baby girl, I'll take you there. I'd go pick her up after work, we'd go riding around. I'd sit on the tailgate by the lake, watch the sun go down. Then I pulled her in close and she said to me that there's no place she'd rather be than right here, making memories in an old pickup truck, driving fast, wasting gas, riding around and getting stuck. We were old enough to know better, but we were too young to care. So tell me where you wanna go, baby girl, I'll take you there. 'Cause I don't care how high gas prices get or how far you wanna go. All you gotta do is let me know. And we'll be making memories in an old pickup truck, driving fast, wasting gas, riding around and getting stuck. We might be old enough to know better, but we're still too young to care. So tell me where you wanna go, baby girl, I'll take you there. All you gotta do is tell me where you wanna go, baby girl, I'll take you there.
That's a good one. Is that yours?
Yep, that's it. Yep.
Boy, that's a good one.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That will get airplay.
I hope so. Yeah, we.
That's sort of one of those songs. As I was thinking about it, you're riding around, and you want to go here, want to go there, and then all of a sudden, well, I think I'll hang out here a while.
Yeah. I say when we play that song live, I used to drive an old 97 GMC, referenced in the first line. And I loved that old truck. It was 2-wheel drive, but if the road got too wet, it wouldn't go. It was so, had so little power. But I wanted to write a song about that truck. And then the more we got to writing, it became really a love song about my wife. So, and the places we'd go and the memories we'd make in it. So, that's Take You There. It'll be, hopefully, we're shooting for January. That EP will be out. So,
I'll
check that out.
I'll sure want it, for sure. Whenever it gets out, I like all of your music, really.
Thank you very much.
I'm sort of fond of the Hawkville 9.
Oh, yeah.
And then the one, did you ever get to play the football game you wanted to play?
I'm back at Kentucky football this year. I've got season tickets, so I'm there every game. I would love to hear Sweet Home Kentucky at Commonwealth Stadium.
Some of you folks out there listening that may have that ability to get that done.
If you've got the pull, make it happen.
Make it happen.
I'll be in section 230. I'd love to hear it. So.
Can you play it for us?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can do that one for me.
Yeah, let's do it. in the bluegrass state, where racehorses run and the wildcats play. Kentucky. We got big city lights and Harlan coal mines, hills running 190 proof moonshine. Kentucky. We're a different breed, we got everything we need. From the Bourbon Trail to the Bible Belt, the Cumberland River to the Eastern Hills, sun's going down on tobacco fields in Kentucky, where the sweat on your brow and your calloused hands is the only way we measure man. Divided we fall and united we stand. Kentucky. Whoa, sweet home Kentucky. Well, I might go visit a sandy beach or a forest full of redwood trees. Might take a stroll down Bourbon Street, but the road will always lead me on the Bourbon Trail and the Bible Belt, the Cumberland River and the Eastern Hills. Sun's going down on tobacco fields in Kentucky, where the sweat on your brow and your calloused hands is the only way we measure man. Divided we fall and united we stand. Kentucky. Whoa, sweet home Kentucky. Yeah. The sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home, on the Bourbon Trail and the Bible Belt, the Cumberland River and the Eastern Hills. Sun's going down on tobacco fields in Kentucky, where the sweat on your brow and your calloused hands is the only way we measure man. Divided we fall and united we stand. Kentucky. Whoa, sweet home Kentucky. Whoa, sweet home Kentucky. Whoa, sweet home Kentucky.
Sweet Home Kentucky, one of my favorites right there.
Thank you
Play
very
it
much.
often around here, and you do a great job. I tell you, you have got talent, Shane, and I hope to see you out there on the big stage one day.
We're aiming for it. So.
Well, I know you are, and I'm pulling for you.
Thank you very much.
I'll be back here with more from Shane Winkler, Stars Across Kentucky, here at WRDJ.
On the basketball court,
You can talk to the Facebooker, sir.
Facebook. I actually need to get on and share that on my Facebook while we're here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The Facebook world.
It's another world. Isn't it?
That's the truth.
It's another world. Let's see, David Lunsford, you know David. He said, get it.
I do know David. How you doing, David?
And Wayne McClure here said, I don't miss those tobacco fields for sure. I got to agree with you, Wayne. I don't miss them either.
Yeah.
Been there and done that.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, that's work.
Got that. Oh, come on, share it. There it is. All right, we got that. And I better share it right here, too. Try to get out and let people see this
Are
thing.
you on, what's that other one? Not YouTube.
We're everywhere. We're on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and
TikTok, yeah. That's
Oh,
what I'm thinking. I'm not there. I wish we'd have it here just in this country as well as, but the Chinese, I've always just sort of,
yeah, I know what you mean.
I snarl my nose at them.
It's TikTok, man. It seems like now it's people are blowing up in the music world. No record deals, no push.
I know.
Just you can reach so many people that way.
So many people, and maybe I may one of these days just haul off and become a TikToker.
TikTok. Yeah, I wish I was better at it, man. There are people out there doing so good at it. And it's like I'm barely getting by on there, but
well, yeah, you got to start. I mean, you got to build your audience.
it's it's a full time. If you really want to do it and do it right, promote your stuff. I mean, you could spend a lot of time on that.
But I noticed, like you said, some folks that doesn't maybe never had a chance of getting the talent out there.
Yeah.
They now get the talent out there through that medium.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really cool to do that. Hello, Thelma Mullins, Russell Pointer.
Russell Pointer, hey Russell.
Y'all have any requests for Shane? You know him well. Here locally. Throw him out here on Facebook and I'll let him know along the way. But we're going to be sharing some of the other new stuff here in just a moment. We'll be back on here with him after this break from the city of Mount Vernon. So, yeah, you know, what's really cool about radio is when they're listening to radio, they're listening to whatever I'm doing here on this computer.
Yeah.
But when they're watching Facebook, they get to hear what happens at a radio
That's
station.
right. Behind the scenes.
This is a real deal.
It's behind the scenes stuff.
This is behind the scenes stuff here, for real.
And not even have to pay for it. Getting a backstage look for free. You can't beat that.
All righty, here we go. We're back here on Stars Across Kentucky at WRPK. Charlie Napier. Shane Winkler is our star across Kentucky today. Very talented, and
Thank you, sir.
he is going to lay into a song right now. I promise a lot of singing today, and you're going to get it done. Shane, let's take it.
Let's do it. Yeah. So this will be another one that is on that EP coming up. It's called Better Generation. Wrote it about my grandparents. So yeah, we'll do that one. She starts her morning, a cup of coffee and a cigarette. Grandkids running wild and crazy, the Bible's playing on cassette. And pure and gentle, every word she spoke was kind. She's just living and didn't realize the legacy she left behind. Oh, she was a part of a better generation. When common sense was common and people weren't so confused, when you gave your word and you did what you said you'd do. How sad to see so much wisdom pass away. Oh, how I wish that I could spend just one more day with that better generation. The outlaw spirit, a little rough around the edge. Never was one to stir up trouble, but he'd take no disrespect. Picking guitar, singing songs about family. Didn't get long to get to know him, but he sounds a lot like me. Oh, but he was a part of that better generation. When common sense was common and people weren't so confused, when you gave your word and you did what you said you'd do. When there wasn't much left over, but you always had enough. The bank wasn't full of money, but their hearts were full of love. How sad to see so much wisdom pass away. Oh, how I wish that I could spend just one more day with that better generation. A better generation. When common sense was common and people weren't so confused, when you gave your word and did what you said you'd do. When there wasn't much left over, but you always had enough. The bank wasn't full of money, but their hearts were full of. How sad to see so much wisdom pass away. Oh, how I wish that I could spend just one more day with that better generation.
Well, that's another killer song.
Thank you so much.
Generation. Wow.
Thank you so much.
And I mean, all of us can relate to that particular song. And,
Sure.
That's what I love about your music. By the way, have you ever heard of the McCoys?
I've heard the
Hang
name.
On, Sloopy?
I've heard the name. I can't say I'm too familiar.
Well, one of the band members, good friend of mine, he's tuned in up in Ohio right now. And his name is Terry Back. Say hi to Terry.
Hey, Terry, how you doing?
He and I have been friends for quite a long time. Do car shows. That's how we got to be friends. And but that song, it resonates from a personal point of view. I think for anybody listening to that song.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I wrote that song. So that first verse is about my mom's mom, who lived and died right down here at Valley View Apartments, right here in town. And I remember as a kid going to visit her, and there's that line about about the Bible playing on cassette. She actually couldn't read or write outside of just her name, her kids and grandkids.
Same here.
But man, a woman of great faith who, even though she couldn't open the book and read it, had that thing on cassette. My mom still has those, and was listening to it every day. So, I'm 32 now, and hopefully I've still got a lot of life left to live. But I've kind of come to a point where I've realized how the person I am today has been shaped by not just my parents, but even my grandparents. My dad's dad, who's referenced in that second verse, who passed before I even really knew him. Like I've got pictures with him, but I was too young to know him. But I hear stories about him, and I'm like, holy moly, we're pretty similar people, So, interesting.
Yeah, well, and that's what makes your songs really good, because I was relating. See, my mother couldn't read, and what little she could read, I think Amanda or someone bought her a cassette Bible set.
Yeah. Cool.
And she could go through and punch those through and listen to them, and I would suppose there's still people out there maybe doing that.
Sure. Yeah.
One of my things I do every morning, I have a Bible app on the phone, and so I read it, and it reads along with me.
Yeah.
While I'm reading. And I mean, that's still great ways to study God's Word.
Absolutely.
But what you're talking about is, it's a better generation.
Yep, I think so. I think so, for sure.
It's a better generation, and you learned well, Shane.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
You learned well. All right, what we got coming up here, brother?
Let's do. We'll do another one kind of while we're in talking about family and things. A lot of the songs that we write are about family and real experience. This one's called While They Do. So it's actually not going to be on the dock to be recorded yet, but maybe later. But it's one of my favorite songs we do. It's about my kids. I'll play it and maybe I'll talk about it afterwards. But it's called While They Do. And Daddy, I know it's getting dark, but can we stay out a little later? I've been working on my home run swing. I bet I can hit it past you. So I'll pick up a ball, I'll grab my glove. My back is sore and my knees and shoulders hurting. I'm gonna feel it in the morning, but it'll be worth it. 'Cause one thing's for sure, they aren't gonna stay young forever. They're gonna grow up and get big and move on to bigger things. So I'll take the field even when I don't want to. 'Cause the sad truth is they won't wanna play ball forever. So we better play while they do. And I know it's time to wake up, but can we lay here a few more minutes? I know you gotta get to work, I gotta get to school, but this bed just feels so cozy when we lay in it. So I'll pull them in close, we cover up. I guess that's why they created the snooze button. They're trying to tell my boss why I'm late, man, it's gonna be something. I'll say one thing's for sure, they aren't gonna stay young forever. They're gonna grow up and get big and move on to bigger things. So I'll lay in bed for as long as they want to, 'cause the sad truth is they won't lay on my arm forever. So I better let them while they do, 'cause it won't be long till they're asking for those keys. Then they're out on their own and they're doing their own thing. And all the time we shared will just be a memory. One thing's for sure, they aren't gonna stay young forever. They're gonna grow up and get big and move on to bigger things. I sure wish time slowed down, but I know it ain't going to. And pretty soon they won't need me like they used to, but I'll always be there if they do.
I love that song. I'll always be there. I love that ending.
Yeah,
You'll always be there, won't you?
Thank you so much. Yeah,
I know you will, because right here, this you're resonating with people. Louise Winkler said, "Keep on singing, son."
I asked my mama. Hey, mama.
Yeah, she put "son" on there.
That's right.
All right, mama. You raised a good one there. Wayne McClure said this, and I thought this was interesting. He said, "My dad went only the 4th grade, but you would never know it. He was smart in math, had the governor come to her house,
Wow.
and I've got pictures of him and the President of the United States."
Whoa.
So yeah, you know, education, one of the things, I guess we should all encourage our children to go get school,
Sure.
get schooling, get an education.
Sure.
And in this, you're reflecting, a lot of your songs reflect back when I was growing up, and you, of course, come along in a different generation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now we are in another different generation.
That's
the
right.
Technology generation.
Oh man, yeah, it's crazy. That's the thing is writing these songs about writing songs about grandparents, and then now here I am writing songs about being a parent myself. That last song, man, I wrote it, and it's the thing, man. It's like I know that you're a believer also, and a lot of the audience is, man, that the Lord shows you these things, man. And even though I wouldn't call necessarily what we write Christian music, man, it's a lot of this stuff is, man, God ordained, that He shows you these things, and He teaches you these things. And that first verse of that last song about coming home and the kids want to play ball. I'm gonna be honest, and I think that every parent out there would say this if they were being honest, is, man, sometimes I come home from work and the kids want to play ball and I'm tired and I don't want to. I want to go in, I want to sit down and watch TV and rot on the couch for a little while. But unfortunately, man, there's a time coming, and it's coming sooner than I hope, that the kids aren't going to want to play ball anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
It's not going to be so cool to hang out and do things with Dad anymore. I'm kind of glad, and not that I still don't mess up and I still don't miss those chances sometimes, but man, I feel like it's the Lord who showed me this window is small and it's closing, so take advantage of it while you get a chance. And
well, that is a great statement you just made there. That window God has shown you, and hopefully any parent, grandparent listening out there, you can take advantage of it.
Yeah, for sure.
It is closing. We'll be back here with more from our star today, Stars Across Kentucky. Shane Winkler here on WRVK, one of the best. Woo! All right, you got them?
It's fun.
On Facebook.
That's right, there they are. I'm going to check out some comments here. I better look and see. See what's going on in Facebook land. Hey, my mom shared it. Thanks, Mom.
You'll be surprised tomorrow how many views you get.
Oh, yeah. That's the way it goes, man. I did that radio show out in Irving, the Morning Buzz with Brett and Shiloh. I love them out there. It's the same. They do the Facebook thing, too. You'll get a lot of views during, and then the next day it'll be...
You know, 8 years ago when I started this, a lot of those folks didn't do that.
Yeah.
And they saw the need for it, and thank goodness they picked it up.
Yeah. Well, it's just a way to really more than double your audience, probably. So it's awesome. It's great.
And it helps the entertainers. I mean, it gives them a platform, and also puts their music out there.
Yeah. That's what it's about.
And hopefully, you know, that some of these folks that you're one of our hometown boys here.
Yeah.
We'd love to have a star right here that gets brighter and brighter and brighter.
That'd be great. That'd be great. We're trying to. I'd love to make some. Anybody on Facebook who's listening, I'd love to make some headway into Renfro Valley to get into to open a show there or something. So
I don't know why you couldn't. I don't know if there's anybody local that has that. You know, I think John's really up in Ohio.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's very possible that could be done.
Yeah.
And I think it would be a great thing to let people like you do that.
Oh yeah, we'd love to, man. And actually, I talked to somebody. It may have been John before, and said, "Hey, I live 10 minutes from Renfro, so if you give me a day's notice, we'll make it happen. We'll be there."
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll say hello to Ramona Martinez Esparza.
Hey. How are you?
I think they come from up north, up north, and they drive one of these big old trucks, one of the monster trucks. And
a monster truck, awesome.
I'm serious, a big monster.
Rock on, that's cool.
They crush cars.
That's cool. Monster truck.
Yeah, a monster truck. But you know I know even the old barn down there. I know they have a lot of talent come through there. That is a good venue, but I think I'd rather see you on the stage at the new barn opening for any act.
Oh, we'd love it, yeah. I've actually reached out to some of the bands, like their management teams, and just said, "Hey, I see that whoever is coming to Renfro on this day, if you're looking for an opening act, whether that'll work or not, I don't know." But
I do think you need to continue asking, because I do think it would work.
Just keep knocking.
Keep knocking. And eventually somebody's going to open that door. I believe that.
Yep.
I do believe that. All right, back with Stars Across Kentucky here at WRVK. Charlie Napier on board. And Shane Winkler, who started today. Boy, I tell you, he's knocking it out. And you folks out there, pull for this young man here locally.
Yeah,
and
sure.
root him on.
That's right.
Give him all the kudos out there on the Facebook world that you can. And, of course, if you see him out on the street, tell him what a good job he's doing here on live radio. You know, Shane, this is the way they did it back years ago.
That's
They'd
right.
go somewhere and get a radio station and they'd pick those tunes, and Hank Williams or Loretta Lynn. You're doing it just like
Here we are, taking the same path.
And I like that.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, this is some of my favorite stuff we get to do. Not that I don't like playing just by myself here, but I typically play the full 5-piece band, and I think every time I've been here, I've had at least one guy with. I think so.
Tell us about your band.
Yeah. So you can find us anywhere. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Shane Winkler Music. But yeah, I usually play a 5-piece band, so I'll play acoustic and sing. I've got 2 guys that play electric guitar. Aiden Shepard, who's been here with me before, plays lead guitar. Chad Francisco plays the rhythm guitar for us. My little brother, Lodge Winkler, plays drums. And then we just picked up J.T. Kelly from right here in Mount Vernon, too, playing bass for us. So, we've made some adjustments, made some changes, had a little bit of a lineup change, but we're booking. If anybody's out there looking for full band, we're booking. Hit us up.
And they're good. They're
Thank
very
you.
good. I would highly recommend this band right here with Shane there.
Thank you.
All right, Shane, what you got coming up?
Yeah. So this is, I guess I'll round out the EP that we're doing. I've already done Take You There and Better Generation. This one is going to be on it too. It's called Modern Day Slave. I wrote this song about and just about the working man. You know, I think a lot of people are going to identify with that. That the guy out there, the guy who's watching right now, that has to work 51 weeks out of the year so he can afford to take a week off, and the people out there who are working or did work 30, 40 plus years so they can retire and kind of get by the last few. But anyways, the song's called Modern Day Slave. I was born to a working class family, not a silver spoon in my mouth. Had to work twice as hard for everything I've ever had. And nothing came easy and nothing came cheap. 12 hours a day, 3 hours of sleep. The common tale for a blue-collar working man. And ain't it a shame? A man works his life away like a modern-day slave. He can't take a break. He's got bills to pay till they put him in the grave. And on his dying day, they'll put another man in his place. Ain't it a shame? See, I work sun up to sundown, but I still can't make ends meet. Too much month at the end of the money, if you know what I mean. And they said that a country boy could survive. I'm starting to think that might have been a lie. I'm barely scraping by the skin of my teeth. And ain't it a shame? A man works his life away like a modern day slave. He can't take a break. He's got bills to pay till they put him in the grave. And on his dying day, they'll put another man in his place. Ain't it a shame? When I close my eyes for the last time, I wonder what I'll have to show for my life. I wonder if they'll gather round and say, ain't it a shame? The man worked his life away like a modern day slave. He didn't take a break. He had bills to pay till we put him in the grave. And on his dying day, they put another man in his place. And the rich man's gotten richer, and the poor man's gone away. Ain't it a shame?
Well, Roy D. Adams, what do you think about that one, buddy? Roy's done it all.
Man.
And yeah, I can really identify with that. Being a very poor farmer's boy when I was young, and just worked and worked and worked and worked. Worked 2 jobs all my life.
Yeah, that's so actually I wrote that song. It's going to sound ironic, the story a little bit, but well, no, not really. I guess I was at Panama City Beach with my wife and kids, and my buddy and his wife and kids. It's probably 3 years ago, I guess, and it was one of our last days there. You know, we're about to go back to the real world, go back to work, and we were standing on the balcony of the condo looking out over the beach, and I said, man, it's a shame that like I said earlier, you have to work 51 weeks so you can afford to take a week off. You know, and then you come back after your week off and you're scraping by to catch up things, and then to take it a step further, people who literally, you know, in factories or wherever, and they work 30, 40 years so they can retire, and then a lot of those wind up taking on part-time jobs later to supplement income. It's just, it's It's a sad thing. It's a shame. So.
It's a shame, but it's been that way a long time.
Yeah.
And one of the things I say to everybody, you know what? There's no shame in working.
Right, for sure.
If you want to succeed, you may have to work 2
That's
jobs.
it.
You may have to pick up a little extra slack along the way.
That's it.
And maybe when you get old enough, you can play longer.
That's right. That's right. Maybe you can afford to take 10 days instead of 7.
But that song, I love your writing. It just tells things like it is.
Thank you so much.
And that's exactly what I love about your writing. Your singing is excellent
Thank
to
you.
deliver those songs.
Thank you.
And I can't wait for this album to come out. It's going to be a hit.
Well, we're excited for it. It's been a long time coming, and we took we did Sweet Home Kentucky and Hawkbill Knife last year. So it's been we've had a long drought with nothing new, and we finally we couldn't decide what songs we wanted to record, where we wanted to record them, and then of course getting the funds up and things to do. That's a whole nother story. But man, I got in contact with Danny Mykoff out at Mill Spring Studio in Nancy. So Danny, if you're watching, shout out to you. And man, he does incredible work. So we've been thrilled with the whole process, and the product so far has been great. We're expecting it to be just incredible. If you're out there, I'll give you a shout out right now, man, just because I think so much of Danny in the studio. If you're an artist out there and you're looking to get some stuff done, Mill Spring Studio, check them out. Great guy to work with. I mean, it's been really, really great for us. So,
well, listening to the acoustic version, I actually wouldn't make a bad album to have an acoustic version.
Yeah.
Let me take one last break here, and you have the rest of the time. We'll be back here with Shane Winkler, Stars Across Kentucky. Woo! All right, but yeah, working is something. You got two choices. You can work and survive, or you can not work and I guess get lucky and get on. I just never was one of these guys that want to be on government stuff.
No.
I was taught to have pride.
Yeah.
And that's why I work 2 jobs. However, at this point in my life, now I'm able to enjoy my retirement. Plus, I'm able to enjoy my Social Security.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll get there one of these days. We'll see, but yeah, it's I don't know. It seems like every year it's the same story. You know, you go on, you save and save and save, then you go on vacation, or you go or
come back broke.
Yeah, or you save and save and save. Right when you think you're getting ahead, then something tears up, the car tears up, or the roof needs fixed or something. It's always something, but. It is what it is. That's why it's called life. That's what
it's called life, and in today's world, it's much different for younger people. I will say that. The availability of jobs when I was young was not there for a farm boy like me, and I ended up, being able to work in college there with the college, for the college, and from that point on, I could pick up work through the college once I learned my way. But, when you're an old farm boy and you walk into a university and you've got hundreds of people around you, you don't have a clue what's going on. it makes life a little bit strange for sure. But we survive. Those songs are so true, so good.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate them a lot. All right, here we're back. Let's go. Howdy, we're back with the finale here on Stars Across Kentucky, and Shane, you got about 10 minutes. I'm going to let you burn it any way you want to burn it.
All right. Well, we'll play through a few here, and we'll see how it goes. So this is one that we are actually trying out live now. We're kind of testing it in front of a live audience, and maybe if it goes good. So far, it's been getting a great reception. So if that continues, then we will maybe put it on the next round of recording or something. But it's called Round Here. I tell everybody, if you're listening on the radio, you're watching on Facebook, I tell everybody before we play this song, if you like it, let us know. If you don't, just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. Anyway, this is called Round Here. It goes like this. hurricane pole and a short string, sitting with Daddy on the riverbank. He's teaching me how to catch my meal. I'd get hung up and didn't know why. Had to ask the old man to free my line so I could start over again. He said, son, that's the kind of thing you gotta learn to do around here. You gotta know how to track a blood trail and get good at cleaning bluegill. You gotta stand up and be a man when no one else around you will. Always treat that girl like she's the center of your whole world. That's the kind of thing you gotta learn to do around here. I'd help him out in the tobacco field. Was doing my best, but I was just a kid. And Daddy'd say, son, you're doing fine. And now hop in the truck and pull it up a bit. The brakes in the middle, clutch on the left. You'll figure it out. Just give it time. That's the kind of thing you gotta learn to do around here. You gotta know how to track a blood trail and get good at cleaning bluegill. You gotta stand up and be a man, cause no one else around you will. Always treat that girl like she's the center of your whole world. That's the kind of thing you gotta learn to do around here. Loose box of wrenches, a wore out truck. Tried to fix it, was giving up. Picked up the phone and called my old man. He picked up on the first ring. Said, Dad, I think it's time that we jump this thing. Said, you can't give up just cause things got tough. That's the kind of thing you gotta learn to do around here. You gotta know how to track a blood trail and get good at cleaning bluegill. You gotta stand up and be a man, cause no one else around you will. Always treat that girl like she's the center of your whole world. That's the kind of thing you gotta learn to do around here. That's the kind of thing you gotta learn to do around here. That's the kind of thing you gotta learn to do around here.
Shane, that's going to be another big hit song for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I have not heard one bad song out of this whole program today. Not one.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate
And I
that.
wouldn't tell you that if I didn't mean it.
That was one that we have gotten a lot of really good feedback on that one. And I kind of
It just tells the truth.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I was at work one day. I know I've got time for maybe one more, but that song comes from a friend of mine that I work with. He was telling stories. He's older than me. He was telling stories about his dad and about the tobacco field and getting in the truck and pulling it up. Didn't know how to drive a stick. We'll get in to figure it out. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So he kind of inspired that thing, man. And
That's sort of how they taught you. You can figure it out.
yeah, you can get it done. Go ahead. Figure it out or tear it up one.
You got one more.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yep, we talked about Hawkbill Knife, so I wrote this song about my dad. We'll close out with this one. Hawkbill Knife, it's available everywhere you stream music. So check it out. 1, 2, 3, come on. A straight double X on a carbon steel blade dated back before '64. Walnut wood handles had seen better days, well past pocket worn. It belonged to my daddy and his daddy too, and they used it to do what they had to do to cut baling twine, tobacco to chew. If you got out of line, they'd use it to cut you. You never with a hawkbill knife, 38 Model 10 strapped to his side. He's got a checkered past that he hides behind a southern grin. And if you ever want to know what I'm talking about, you could come around and start running your mouth. You might find out while you're staring up at the lights that you don't ever cross a man with a hawkbill knife. He ain't looking for trouble, but he ain't backing down from a fight. Ain't never met a man he was afraid of yet. Don't expect it's gonna change tonight. Before you write a check with your mouth you won't be able to cash, I suggest you stop to think again. Ain't no rules to a fight and he won't think twice. He'll do anything it takes to win. You don't ever cross a man with a hawkbill knife, 38 Model 10 strapped to his side. He's got a checkered past that he hides behind a southern grin. If you ever want to know what I'm talking about, you could come around and start running your mouth. You might find out while you're staring up at the lights that you don't ever cross a man with a hawkbill knife. If you're gonna pack a knife, you gotta keep it sharp. And that's the hardest part, 'cause you don't ever cross a man with a hawkbill knife, 38 Model 10 strapped to his side. He's got a checkered past, he hides behind a southern grin. And if you ever wanna know what I'm talking about, you could come around and start running your mouth. You might find out while you're staring up at the lights. And yeah, you might find out while you're staring up at the lights that you don't ever cross a man with a hawkbill knife. No, you don't ever cross a man with a hawkbill knife.
Winkler here on Stars Cross, Kentucky. Great program today.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
All the way. I can't wait till this project comes out. When is it?
We're aiming for January, so we'll hope in January. I'll definitely keep you updated.
So
sure.
when the snow flies, give me a call. No, we'll plan on something in January.
Let's do it. For sure.
For your release, and yeah, that's really cool. And the songs today on this album, they're real and they're something that you folks out there can enjoy. They're real country. I mean, it's real country.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think they're relatable, identifiable songs. That's kind of what we aim for. So,
yeah, love it.
Thank you so much.
You're a great singer.
Thank you so much.
All right, any final words? You got about 60 seconds.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if you're on Facebook right now, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, at Shane Winkler Music. Check us out. Give us a follow, man. Helps us out so much. Also, you'll see our calendar there, shows coming up. And Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere you stream music, we've got a couple songs already out. Check those out. We'd sure appreciate it.
Shane Winkler,
thank you. Thank you.
Stars Across Kentucky here at WRVK.
You have a community trust bank with 2 locations in Mount Vernon.